Meteorologist David Bernard. Accurate, dependable, CBS 4 weather.
Deadly tornadoes. A swarm of devastating storms rage across the lower Mississippi Valley. Split decisions. Big Super Tuesday wins for John McCain, while Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama swap victories. And markets plunge. Asian stocks take a nosedive after yesterday's big sell-off on Wall Street. This is the CBS Morning News for Wednesday, February 6th. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle Miller. People in 4 southern states are waiting for their first daylight look at the devastation of a series of deadly tornadoes. The twisters tore through Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky yesterday. At least 26 people were killed and dozens more injured. The tornadoes spread a swath of damage, death, and fear across the region. Meg Oliver reports.
This home video shot in Cleveland, Arkansas shows one of the many deadly tornadoes that raged through parts of the southeast Tuesday, leaving death and debris in their wake.
Stepped outside in the backyard and looked across here where my cousin Lamont Chambers stay at, and tornadoes was back in the field and ran for cover, and it happened so fast. The whole roof come off.
In Atkins, Arkansas, one couple and their 11-year-old daughter were killed when a tornado ripped through their home as it carved a broad path of destruction through town. On nearby Interstate 40, traffic was at a standstill and trucks on their sides. Little Rock was besieged with rain, lightning, and high winds, all too powerful for these power lines. In Crofton, Kentucky, one family had to scramble for cover as a twister ripped the roof off their home.
We were in the spare bathroom in the closet, me and my husband and our little baby, and we just jumped in there and threw towels and whatever we could find over us as the whole house just started shaking. It was just an awful roar and stuff, but thank the Lord we were okay and everything.
Near Memphis, a twister tore a large part of the wall off the Hickory Hill Mall. In Jackson, Tennessee, high winds overturned trucks, blew windows out of cars, and damaged a dormitory at Union University.
I saw the tornado coming. I mean, it just looked like this white flow just washed over me. And then everything was, we walk out and the trees were down, the buildings were just gone.
Meg Oliver, CBS News, New York.
Authorities say an explosion and fire at a Tennessee natural gas pumping station may have been related to the stormy weather. It happened north of Memphis in Green Grove. The massive fire spread to neighboring houses. Police say there are fatalities, but it's not clear if they were from the fire or the storm. Now to politics, and the morning after the biggest primary day in U.S. history. Republican John McCain holds a commanding lead in delegate count as the Democrats continue to slug it out. We begin with the GOP and John McCain's string of cross-country victories. McCain was the winner in 9 states, including a big win in delegate-rich California. Romney took 7 states, including his home state of Massachusetts and Utah, where Mormons supported his candidacy. The surprise of the night may have been the success of Mike Huckabee, a winner in 5 states, riding the support of Southern Christians. On the Democratic side, the nominating fight is far from over. Hillary Clinton won 8 states, including California, thanks in good part to support from Hispanic voters. But Barack Obama won 13 contests, including Georgia, Connecticut, Missouri, and Illinois. In the all-important delegate count, 9 of the Republican states were winner-take-all, and that's where McCain built up a big lead. McCain won more than 474 delegates last night, compared to 140 for Huckabee and 117 for Romney. McCain now has more than 1/3 of the 1,191 delegates needed for the nomination. Democratic delegates are awarded proportionally. Clinton and Obama just about split last night's delegates. 2,025 are needed for that nomination. Clinton now has a slight lead over Obama. For more on the Super Tuesday fallout, Joel Brown joins us from Washington. Good morning, Joel.
Michelle, good morning to you. Well, so much for a national primary to help clear things up. John McCain may be a lot closer to getting his party's nomination, but the Democrats seem no closer than they were 24 hours ago.
The Democratic contest looks like it might be a race all the way to the convention.
There is one thing on this February night that we do not need the final results to know. Our time has come.
Super Tuesday saw Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama battle essentially to a draw. She scored the bigger wins, California and New York, and has the edge in delegates, but Obama won more contests. They largely split delegates in state after state, and when the night closed, neither candidate was willing to declare victory.
And I look forward to continuing our campaign and our debates.
As anyone come from
John McCain says he's the underdog no longer.
I think we must get used to the idea that we are the Republican Party frontrunner for the nomination.
Big wins from Connecticut to California added up to a commanding lead for the Arizona senator and a crushing blow for Mitt Romney. Despite being overpowered, he says he's not hanging it up anytime soon.
We're going to keep on battling. We're going to go all the way to the convention. We're going to win this thing, and we're going to get into the White House.
Romney's loss was largely Mike Huckabee's gain. The former Arkansas governor won his home state and 4 other Southern contests. Romney had called on Huckabee to drop out of the race to avoid just this scenario. And the question remains how long Mitt Romney can afford to keep funding a campaign that appears to be running out of steam.
And so the race goes on. 60% of the delegates are still to be decided. So on Saturday, Washington State, Louisiana, and Kansas all hold primaries or caucuses. Michelle.
Joel, it seemed that Obama was trailing in the polls before Super Tuesday. What happened?
In a word, independents. Obama had a 21% lead when it came to the independent vote. And while Hillary Clinton may have had a slight edge, 5% with Democrats, independents were crucial for Senator Obama yesterday.
Joel Brown in Washington, thank you. Just ahead on the morning news, why some experts say we are already in a recession. Plus, hang on, kitty, we'll meet a cat that hangs 10. First, Katie Couric has a preview of tonight's CBS Evening News.
Imagine doctors growing body parts in a lab and then transplanting them into patients. It may sound like science fiction, but it's really happening. Medical breakthroughs you'll have to see to believe. Tonight, only on the CBS Evening News.
Spoiled produce? Not again. Stop throwing away your money. Introducing Debbie Meyer's Green Bags, the remarkable new way to save your produce and your money.
Hi, I'm Debbie Meyer, and I no longer lose hundreds of dollars in wasted rotted fruits and vegetables. Now you can share my secret with Debbie Meyer's Everfresh Green Bags. Just look at the difference between 18 days in traditional storage and 18 days in my green bag storage. Do you want this or this? These strawberries were bought at the same time. Just look at the difference. Look at iceberg lettuce after just 8 days. Watch as these bananas age. Look at the difference. The bunch in my green bag is still fresh after 9 days.
Air is not the enemy. It's the ethylene gas that's naturally given off by produce, which causes them to spoil. Old containers and bags trap the gas inside, actually speeding up rotting. But green bags are made with a natural mineral that absorbs and removes the harmful ethylene gas. So now your produce stays fresh up to 30 days. Over 40 million green bags have already been sold. And now you can get 10 of Debbie Meyer's green bags for just $9.95.
Whether they're on your countertop or in your fridge, my green bags are the ultimate produce saver. And that saves you money. Look at this broccoli after 21 days, peppers after 16 days. Here are baby carrots after 26 days.
You'll get 5 medium and 5 large bags for just $9.95. They're reusable up to 10 times each, and they're guaranteed to pay for themselves in just one trip to the grocery store. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer. That's right, now you'll get 10 medium and 10 large bags. That's 20 bags for only $9.95. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-618-4193 now for Debbie Meyer's amazing green bags. No more spoiled fruits and vegetables. They'll keep your produce fresh up to 30 days. You'll get 10 medium and 10 large bags. That's over 200 uses for $9.95, plus $6.95 shipping and handling. Must be 18 or older to order.
On the CBS News Money Watch, stock markets across Asia were in free fall this morning. Markets plunged after big losses on Wall Street yesterday as fears grew of a recession in the U.S. and Europe. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index fell more than 1,300 points, down more than 5%, and Tokyo's Nikkei Index dropped 646 points, down more than 4%. Some say the U.S. is already in a recession following Wall Street's latest tumble. Alexis Christoforous has the numbers.
We'll see if Wall Street can snap a losing streak that sent the Dow plummeting nearly 500 points in just 2 days. Investors will be watching for news on worker productivity as well as earnings reports from Time Warner, Prudential, and MetLife. On Tuesday, investors seemed certain we are already in a recession after a report showed activity in the nation's service sector, including restaurants, banks, and retailers, slowed for the first time in almost 5 years. That sent stocks tumbling. The Dow lost 370 points, the biggest percentage drop for the blue chip since last February. The Nasdaq closed off 73.
This particular number indicates a weakness in the economy and actually points towards recession.
And it points to the fact that the economy's problems have spread beyond housing and manufacturing and are starting to cost people their jobs. A growing number of top economists now believe the U.S. economy has toppled into recession, but they're hopeful the Federal Reserve's latest round of interest rate cuts will soon begin to take hold.
A lot of people are thinking that we'll start to see the positive effects of these rate decreases sometime in the second quarter.
Many on Wall Street now hoping the interest rate cuts will turn things around and get the economy back on track by the end of the year. The Senate could vote on an economic stimulus package as early as today. Lawmakers put a vote on hold to take a closer look at changes to the package that overwhelmingly passed in the House last week. The changes would result in smaller rebate checks, but would add help for seniors, disabled veterans, and the unemployed. That's your Money Watch. In New York, I'm Alexis Christoforous.
The sinking economy is forcing many workers to take steps to make sure they have a job that can survive a recession. Thalia Ashuris reports.
The oldest is Teddy.
For the first time in more than 20 years, Melinda Watson, a mother of 2 teenage boys, is back in school.
So what's it going to be like for you going to college at the same time? Come on. We have laughed about that. We've really laughed about it.
While hitting the books again is daunting,
the first day was really nerve-wracking.
Watson is determined to have a career that can withstand an economic downturn. At 52, she's planning to be a nurse.
You think it's recession-proof?
Absolutely. I do think it's recession-proof.
There's really nothing like a recession-proof job, but there are options out there that provide more opportunities than others.
Healthcare should be immune from some of the difficulties we'll see in a recession because we still need to go to the doctor.
John Challenger says Melinda Watson has the right idea. In the past 2 recessions, healthcare and education still gained thousands of jobs, while fields like construction and retail sustained deep cuts.
Key is to make yourself indispensable.
Here's how to hang on to your job even in industries that are hurting.
Do things like make sure your relationship with your boss is in good repair. Get yourself into key core responsibilities, projects that are long-term where the plug will not be pulled.
Once she makes the grade,
you know, you're doing nursing.
Watson is confident her future will be more secure. Thalia Ashuris, CBS News, Baltimore.
Straight ahead, your Wednesday morning weather. And in sports, Mo Williams bucks the Grizzlies in Memphis.
I want to be one less. One less.
I want to be one less woman who will battle cervical cancer. Because now there's Gardasil, the only vaccine that may help protect you from the 4 types of human papillomavirus that may cause 70% of cervical cancer.
I want to be one less statistic, one less.
Like all vaccines, Gardasil may not fully protect everyone.
The side effects include pain, swelling, itching, and redness at the injection site, fever, nausea, or dizziness. Gardasil is not for women who are pregnant.
Gardasil does not prevent all types of cervical cancer, so it's important to continue routine cervical cancer screenings.
Gardasil will not treat cervical cancer.
With Gardasil, my daughter can be one less. Your daughter can be one less.
At your daughter's next checkup, ask about getting her vaccinated with the only cervical cancer vaccine, Gardasil.
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 I want to be one less.
I want to be one less.
People spend too many days with seasonal nasal allergy symptoms, like congestion. Only prescription Nasonex is proven to help prevent most seasonal nasal allergy symptoms, including congestion, so you can have more symptom-free days. Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infections, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing. Nasonex. For more symptom-free days, ask your doctor about Nasonex.
Here's a look at the weather in some cities around the country. New York, periods of rain, 60 degrees. Miami, sunny, 83. Chicago, windy with snow and sleet, 31. Denver, partly cloudy, 37. And LA, sunny and 60. Time now for a check on the national forecast. The latest satellite picture shows a line of storm clouds, which are still producing some very powerful thunderstorms across the Tennessee Valley. Meanwhile, it's gray and snowy from the Great Plains to the Great Lakes, with most of the Northeast being cloudy and damp. Later today, more violent weather is possible in the southeast and across the mid-Atlantic states, where temperatures will soar. And it will be windy and snowy around the Great Lakes, while more snow is also in store for much of the Northwest. In sports, pitching ace Roger Clemens testified on Capitol Hill about baseball's ongoing steroid scandal. The 7-time Cy Young Award winner was named by a former trainer in baseball's Mitchell Report. On Tuesday, he told his side of the story under oath to congressional staffers.
It was great to be able to tell them what I've been saying all along, that I've never used steroids or growth hormone.
Clemens will testify at a public hearing a week from today. In the NBA, the Bucks took a 3-game losing streak into Memphis. Mo Williams scored 32 points as Milwaukee surged ahead in the late going to take a 3-point lead. The Grizzlies' Rudy Gay had a chance to tie with 10 seconds left, but missed, and the Bucks held on for a 102-97 win. To the victors go the spoils and the ticker tape. The Super Bowl champion New York Giants returned home to a signature parade up Lower Manhattan's Canyon of Heroes. Hundreds of thousands of fans turned out as the team held a rally at City Hall. And first it was dogs, now it's cats, or rather a cat. A surfer in Peru is training a 4-month-old kitten to ride the waves. He's already taught dogs to surf. The first step, he says, is to help the cat overcome its fear of water, which he says is the hardest part. That's something. When we come back, another look at this morning's top stories. And a heart-stopping fall, a baby thrown out of the window of a burning building. We'll have the happy outcome.
For news 24 hours a day, click on CBSNews.com. Brought to you in part by Crest White Strips Premium. Crest White Strips Premium gives you visibly whiter teeth after just 3 days. Full results in 7. Each strip whitens 2 times better than the leading dissolving strip. Crest White Strips Premium.
That was my hunger, roaring at me all the time. Eat, eat, you're hungry, eat. I tried diets, diet pills, exercise programs. Nothing worked. Then my doctor recommended the lap band system.
It's a device placed around the upper part of the stomach to help tame your hunger, and it can be adjusted to help you feel full faster and longer. Unlike gastric bypass, there's no stomach cutting or stapling.
I was back in my life in less than a week. I will never look like that again.
Visit lapband.com or call 1-800-391-7660 for your free information kit for you or someone you love. As with any surgery, there are possible risks and complications with the lap band system, including, but not limited to, infection, nausea, vomiting, band slippage, and obstruction. Visit lapband.com or call 1-800-391-7660 for more risk information. Ask your doctor if you qualify for the lap band system.
And tame your hunger once and for all.
Next, Rachel Ray.
This is such a huge day for me.
A day all you Law & Order fans can't miss. Sam Waterston is here.
I am the #1 fan.
You have competition, you know.
Today at 3 on 4.
An all-new Oprah. Learn the real secret behind the secret.
My business doubled last year.
How to get the job, the love, the life you want.
I was astounded.
How to make it work for you. Next Oprah.
Today at 4 on 4.
Gore has a hole right side. He's at the 15, 10, 5. Frank Gore, touchdown! Miami wins!
Don Bailey Jr. and Joe Zagacki here for Evening's Delight.
And you can score big too at Evening's Delight, your barbecue, fireplace, and hot tub superstore. For the best prices anywhere on grills, hot tubs, and fireplaces, stop by Evening's Delight.
Evening's Delight is family owned and operated for over 30 years with 2 great locations in Dade and Broward. Evening's Delight,
your barbecue, fireplace, and hot tub superstore.
On the CBS Morning News, here's a look at today's weather. Powerful thunderstorms will continue to plow across the southeast and mid-Atlantic states, where temperatures will reach record highs. Elsewhere, it will be windy and snowy around the Great Lakes. And here's another look at this morning's top stories. A deadly swarm of tornadoes moved through the Mississippi Valley, killing at least 26 people and injuring dozens more. Twisters caused damage in 4 states: Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Kentucky. And with big wins on Super Tuesday, John McCain has more than 40% of the delegates needed for the Republican nomination. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama split the Democratic delegates up for grabs. A peace protest in Turkey today. About 150 people went to a border province to act as human shields, protesting the government's air raids against Kurdish rebels on the border with Iraq. The demonstrators included several legislators. Turkish jets hit 70 targets Monday. No casualties were reported. A desperate gamble that paid off. Turkish immigrant parents dropped their 9-month-old baby out of the window of a burning apartment building in Germany. She fell 4 stories into the arms of an off-duty policeman. The parents also survived, although the mother is in the hospital. 9 people died in that blaze. For most of the country, it was Super Tuesday, but in New Orleans yesterday, it was Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras. Brian Andrews reports.
The Fat Tuesday party stretches into the night.
This is my very first Mardi Gras day in New Orleans ever. I love it.
That's awesome. I come here every year. Balconies on Bourbon Street packed on this last night of Mardi Gras. Partygoers snapping loads of pictures.
We having fun!
And dancing up a storm 2.5 years after the storm named Katrina hit here. What do you think this is doing for the economy here?
Well, obviously somebody's making a lot of money.
The city believes that last year 800,000 people came out for Mardi Gras. This year they're hoping to surpass that number.
It's a lot of people and a lot of different people and stuff you don't see every day.
Check out the costumes.
About 30 seconds to put it on, but about an hour and a half to dry it. Twice already today because it's so hot in here.
Partygoers wearing masks, others holding props.
It's Mardi Gras, yo! Ah!
Like he says, it's Mardi Gras. People are having fun, and for the most part, it's been a good time.
The last big party night of Mardi Gras. Brian Andrews for CBS News, New Orleans.
It is Lent now, and it's also Chinese New Year's Eve. Week-long celebrations are underway at large outdoor fairs like this one in Beijing. According to the Chinese zodiac, it's the year of the rat, which is traditionally considered a period of renewed vitality. This morning on the early show, the winners and losers after Super Tuesday. I'm Michelle Miller, and this is the CBS Morning News.
Mr. Blue Light never stops examining, selecting, tasting, bringing you the best of blue for Valentine's Day. Products of amazing quality and style. The best of blue, only at Kmart.
Is your lip color long wear or wrong wear? Can it last through breakfast, lunch, and dinner? New CoverGirl Outlast can. 41 brilliant shades, new moisturizing top coat, up to 16-hour wear. New Outlast from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl.
I'm losing control. It's getting so hot.
With sophisticated flavors like Szechuan barbecue, everything pops with Pringles Select.
At night, prepare your mouth for a battle against germs. Protect your mouth right with Crest Pro Health Rinse at night. It kills 99% of germs that cause gingivitis, plaque, and bad breath without the burn of alcohol. For a healthier mouth that's cleaner in the morning.
If you're eligible for Medicare, I have 3 things you'll want to hear. There's an all-in-one Medicare health plan from Humana. It includes Medicare prescription drug coverage, and it can save you money in so many ways. It's all in this book, and it's yours free just for calling. You'll see all the ways the plan saves you money, including prescription drugs. In fact, Humana Medicare Advantage members saved an average of $1,000 on their prescription costs last year. And you get all this coverage with no monthly plan premium. Even if you've looked at Humana before, you need to take another look at this plan. Call 1-800-541-2186. We'll send you the decision guide absolutely free, in a slightly smaller size, of course. Call the number and discover the all-in-one Medicare health plan that can cut your costs and cover your prescriptions. Call 1-800-541-2186. The savings described in this book are too big to miss.
For the first time, a Bush administration official has publicly acknowledged that terror suspects have been subjected to waterboarding. The practice simulates drowning. CIA Director Michael Hayden told the Senate Intelligence Committee yesterday that it happened in a few high-level cases.
Let me make it very clear and to state so officially in front of this committee that waterboarding has been used on only 3 detainees. It was used on Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, it was used on Abu Zubaydah, and it was used on Nashiri.
Senate Democrats are demanding a criminal investigation. The man who brought transcendental meditation to the Beatles and to the West has died. A spokesman says Maharishi Mahesh Yogi died peacefully at his home in the Netherlands. He was believed to be 91. The Maharishi began teaching TM in the mid-50s, but it gained in popularity after the Beatles studied with him. Young voters may play a critical role in this year's election, thanks in part to the internet. Daniel Seberg reports.
They need these young voters in order to win.
Heather Smith says this election is ringing in the political power of those under 35 with a force not seen since the 60s. She's with Rock the Vote, a nonpartisan group for politically minded young people.
But are they more engaged, more involved this year?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
They're the wired generation, 18 to 34-year-olds who are using social networking to move their political activism from cyberspace to the real world.
I want change too.
They're really serious issues that affect us and our generation, and we're fed up of politicians making decisions about them without our input.
They meet each other online and share opinions. Nearly 14 million strong on Facebook alone, they're an instant pool of voters for the presidential campaigns to tap into. Barack Obama is getting the biggest share. One click of the mouse can reach more than 370,000 of his supporters.
Vote for hope.
People like 21-year-old Carl Meyer out drumming up support for his candidate.
I think really it's just his message. I mean, obviously he's younger and more energetic than the other candidates, I believe.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
This music video, made by the Black Eyed Peas for the web, has been seen by 11 million people in just 1 week.
We're watching people, new people, participating in a process and changing the way that we understand a medium and the way that we understand politics.
We ought to come to some of our rallies and see how the young people are responding.
On the Republican side, Ron Paul has tapped into the digital world most successfully, raising more than $6 million from online supporters in 1 day in December. But he doesn't have a single delegate.
The question is whether that excitement online will be enough to spur young people from sitting behind their computers to standing behind the voting curtain. Daniel Seberg, CBS News, New York.
And that's the CBS Morning News this Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for The Early Show. I'm Michelle Miller.
For news 24 hours a day, log on to cbsnews.com. CBS News. Experience you can trust.
There is this kind of team going with the 5 of us.
It's like waking up and having breakfast with your family.
The New Early Show on CBS.
Weekday mornings.
Do it early.
A severed finger grows back. A heart created by an inkjet printer. Growing miracles. The secrets of regenerative medicine. Tonight on the CBS Evening News with Katie Curran.
It's fans versus favorites. The new Survivor premieres tomorrow only on CBS.